Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today, we are going to be asking, what does your crush tell their friends about you? I just thought this would be a fun one to do. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so it's time to bring it back, right? It was definitely a liked video then, so we'll see what comes of it. First and foremost, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And you're always more than welcome to support the channel further. You'll find all the links necessary in the description box below, where you can email me for a personal reading, or you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where it's just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I hope to see you there. If you are interested in a personal reading, once you email me, I'll get you out further information, okay? If you are a returning subscriber, welcome, and I'm so honored to have you here sharing this journey with you. It's such a wonderful journey. It's been so amazing. So thank you for coming back and supporting the channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all human, and to come as you are welcome in this space as your most authentic self. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here. So with that, let's go ahead and get into our prayer. I don't really have a whole lot in the way of announcements today. I will be traveling soon. While this lights up here, I will be traveling soon. I will let you know more as I get closer to that. And also, there's going to be something new coming up, I believe, probably either at the end of October or the beginning of November, which I will also let you know about once it comes through. So let's go ahead and get into our prayer. All right, my beloved sources, prayers for any and all who come onto this reading. May you bless them with love, grace, with your truth, with your unconditional love, and wrap them with your supportive energy. May we all be wrapped up in this bubble of white light to help clear our soul and to cleanse our emotions from what's been holding us back from what's truly ours. May you bring us to this place of peace within, this place of serenity, that no matter what chaotic energy is going on outside of us, that we have this peaceful place inside where we can connect with you and we can find our truth through this silence, where you'll connect with us, you'll speak to us, and you'll guide us on our journey. May we all hear clearly what it is that you ask us to do, and may your will always be done through our hands, our hearts, and our journey. As these words are spoken unto this space and over this reading, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me go ahead and get this set up over here. Okay. Today we are going to choose from the Talisman Oracles. So I already gave them a shuffle, but we'll go ahead and get these going. So source for pile number 1, what talisman will help us understand what their crush tells their friends about pile 1? Does pile 1's crush tell their friends about pile 1? What oracle card will help us better understand this? Okay. What oracle card will help us better understand what pile 1's crush tells their friends about them? Okay, thank you. And for pile number 2 source, what oracle card will help us better understand what pile number 2's crush tells their friends about pile number 2? One card, please. Okay. Thank you. All right, and source for pile number 3, what oracle card will help us better understand what pile 3's crush tells their friends about pile number 3? Well, that was quick. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Let me get that switched around. Pull the old switcheroo here. Okay, there we go. I gotta put the book on top so I have access to it. All right, let me get these set up. So I don't know if you all can see that rainbowy color on this. It's actually just black and silver, but when the sun hits it or when the light hits it, it does look very rainbowy and very beautiful. Okay, so for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful piece of citrine for you to choose from. Okay. For pile number 2, we do have this tiger's eye for you to choose from. Okay. And for pile number 3, we have this piece of garnet for you to choose from. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And I will see you over on your perspective pile. Oh, my fellow human, if you were drawn to this yellow citrine, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on what does your crush tell their friends about you. We will check that out at the end. So a couple of things here. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you'll find the links necessary to email me for a personal reading where I will get you out further information, as well as you can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where it's just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I hope to see you there. And I forgot to mention our affirmation card in the beginning. We do have, I am constantly growing and evolving into a better version of myself. I love that this is the affirmation card that came out for this reading today. So make sure you write that down and have that somewhere where you can see it and remember it. But let's go ahead and get into it and find out what your crush tells people about you or tells their friends about you. I'm going to use the dice to kind of connect with their energy so that you can know that this is the person on your mind. And then we will get the tarot cards to tell us some more. Okay, so Source, for pile number 1, can you tell us about their crush so that we know that this is their pile? Can you tell us about pile number 1's crush so that they know that this is their pile? Source, what can you tell us about pile number 1's crush? Okay, so we have Sagittarius, 7th house, and Uranus energy. Okay, they definitely have a lot of friends. Someone who does have a lot of close relationships, and they take them very seriously. They could be very religious. They don't have to be, but they could be very religious. Never sure which way the arrow is supposed to go, but we're just going to go with it. Let's go this way. I feel like it's better that way. Okay. Well, yeah, they could be religious. They could be very spiritual as well, but they're very optimistic. This is someone who really is a fun-loving person, right? They like to have a good time. They like to go out and do things and to experience life. But they have close and personal partnerships. They have business contracts. This could be someone who's dealing with a divorce right now, or they do have a marriage, okay? This is someone who has a very unique style. They're connecting with their shadow self, but they do really like equality and justice for all. Okay? We're not... Sounds like we're saying the I pledge of allegiance to the flag. That's what it sounded like. So they could be American. That's just something that's coming through here. Or very patriotic, okay? This is someone who's very, very adventurous, optimistic. Sometimes they can be extra, okay? But they're very much expansing, whatever that is. They're expanding, and they're always seeking the truth. They're trying to find the best way to see the world around them. So they're very ambitious. They have a lot of luck. They're very moral. They're open-minded, enthusiastic, very versatile, intelligent. This is someone who's a philosopher, a wanderer, has a ton of energy, and you might see them bounding around all the time, right? This is someone who made sudden progression, like just one day woke up and all of a sudden was very lucky, had a new position, was very far along on their journey. Like, whoa, what happened, right? And it's just because they're very different. They're quirky. They're innovative. This could be a scientist, right? This could be someone who likes something like experimentation. But along with their friends, they really have close friendships. They really do rely on their friends and confide in their friends, okay? They do really like their freedom, though. And they're someone who has nice lower legs, so like calves and ankles, kind of weird coming through here. But they're very electric as well. Someone that's very electric, and they're just seen as a rebel in society, right? Like they're very unpredictable, and I think that kind of scares a lot of people. But it's a good type of energy. It's not like they're crazy or anything like that. I mean, they could be, but that's not what I'm getting. They're not like, they're doing it all because it's what they enjoy doing. So, but they do confide in their friends. That is something that's important for them. But let's find out what it is that they say. So, source, what does pile one's crush tell their friends about pile number one? What does pile one's crush tell their friends about them? Okay, what does pile one's crush tell their friends about pile number one, source? Thank you. What does pile one's crush tell their friends about pile number one? All right, let's see what comes out. So, what does their crush tell their friends about pile one, source? Whoa, all three cards right off the bat. Okay, we're going to take it. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Don't worry, I'll grab my clarifier so we can know for sure. Yeah, we have the Magician, that they do want you in their life, right? They are trying to manifest you. This is something that they're trying to see if they can make things come together. But they're afraid of the red flags that they've been connecting with in the past. So they've had a lot of upset relationships, things that have just fallen apart. Yeah, things that have not been equal give and take, things that have failed. And they're kind of scared. Like, that's something that worries them. Yeah. A lot of upset energy that they're dealing with right now. This is interesting. If you've watched any of the other ones that I've had, you'll see some similar energies that come out. If you know what pile I'm talking about from the last reading I did on the DM's energy. This is someone who has a hard time facing the fact that maybe they're connecting with people in their life because they actually are superficial. Okay? But they are saying that maybe you might be superficial, and they're afraid that you're superficial, but that's what they're telling their friends. They want you in their life, but that's the type of energy that they've always connected with, is superficial people, okay? And so they're telling their friends, like, I don't want pile one to be superficial, but I'm scared because I think that they might be, and that this is something that I've known my whole life. Like, they're trying to heal this aspect of themselves. It's not that you are superficial. Okay, that's not what it is. It's just that this is what they're confiding in their friends. Like, they're afraid that you're like everyone else. And they're not trying to compare you to everyone else because they know that you're different, but they're also afraid. And so that's something that they're learning how to change their perspective on. It's something that is going to help them transform the way that they show up in this connection. But their overall feeling is that they do want to manifest you in their life. They do want to take some sense of action towards you, but right now they're facing the past, right? They're facing what they've experienced in the past, some immaturity, fighting, feeling emotionally drained, feeling like they have nothing to offer, feeling like stuck in their mind, sensing that, oh, you know, like if they had a sudden progression in their job, they're fearful that you might be someone that just wants, you know, their money. It's not that you're a gold digger. It has nothing to do with it. It's just, these are their fears coming out that they're talking to their friends about. And it's like they really like you, and that's what they're telling their friends. Like, I really like them, but in the past I've dealt with gold diggers. In the past I've dealt with people who are really superficial, who aren't honest and authentic. And I really like pile number one, but I'm so scared. And so I feel like their friends are trying to tell them, well, you gotta deal with your fears first and foremost, because it's like you can't, like, there's this almost like someone's coming in saying it's unfair for you to compare them to your past relationships because this is a whole different experience. It does feel like there's someone in their ear that's telling them that. Like, realizing that you've tried things time and time again and they haven't worked out, and now you're emotionally exhausted from that. So maybe it's time to try something different, like getting to know pile one before you jump into a relationship, or really trying to figure out who pile one is. But it does feel like these are fears that are coming through for them. Okay, these are deep fears that are coming through, but overall, they do have a crush on you. They do want to manifest you into their life, but they're realizing that they have to deal with this hurt and this pain to get over it. But they're just having a hard time with it. They're having a hard time facing that. Let's get some clarifiers out here for this reading source. What does pile one's crush tell their friends and family? Yeah, they've dealt with, okay, so they've dealt with gossipers in the past, okay? And so they could have been hearing gossip about you, okay? And this is why they're afraid. This is what's feeding their fears. So there's somebody that they're listening to. It's not that they trust this person. It's like hearing stories from other people, right? And it's like they don't know what to believe right now. And so that's what they're going through. But it's interesting that we got the Page of Swords and the Page of Swords here, but we have this gossip energy here. They're just having a hard time facing this, right? Instead of asking you right now, it's like they're kind of letting this feed their fears. And so they're in the moment with the Hermit energy here. It's like they're really doing some healing. They're really doing some deep work here. And so I don't feel like their friends are gossiping here. I feel like they're telling their friends, I'm hearing stories about this. And again, with this Hermit energy here, it's like why they're going in and looking at themselves is because there's somebody telling them, hey, you need to realize that this is not that situation. And if people are talking about pile one, it does feel like someone's telling them, like, you need to go and get to know pile one before you judge them. Especially if it's someone that you're interested in. Like, don't just close the door on this situation. But I do feel like they are telling their friends, like, they're hearing a lot about you. What else, Source? What else can you tell us about this? Okay, thank you. Yeah. We have the Queen of Hearts, or the Queen of Hearts, I guess, right? We have the Queen of Cups here with the caregiver. Yeah, they do really care about you. They really are crushing on you too. Like, this is someone who's very, very much keeping their emotions under wrap. They don't want everyone to know about it. So there's someone that they're really confiding in right now. And so it feels like this is one person that they're telling. Okay, and it does feel like this person is encouraging them to go within, to really do some deep diving here and not base this all on someone else's viewpoint of where you're at. Because oftentimes, you know, we're not right? We're just hearing things and we're making assumptions. Which feels like it's exactly what they're doing, but they're trying not to, right? They're really trying not to. Like, don't be upset. Like, I'm not like that. No, this has nothing to do with that's who you are. This is what they're telling their friend. They're trying to gain advice. Like, they're trying to gain guidance. And I felt that from the beginning. It's like they're trying to get clarity on the situation from somebody, but they're just really deeply struggling with it right now, not sure of where to go, but they do have a lot of love to give. And they do tell this person or these friends of theirs that, you know, I really do like pile number one. Like, I really do like them and I'm really interested in them and I know they like me too, but I'm scared because of all this past energy that I've gone through. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, we have the Fool with the contestant here. So they're wanting to take a leap of faith. They're wanting to come through. We have the Bachelor, which is the Emperor. Again, pointing towards this could be a CEO. This could be someone who rose up really quickly in their job. This is someone who is a boss energy, and that's what they're most afraid of. They're just afraid of being taken advantage of, and that's the biggest concern that keeps coming out when they're telling their friends. But see, look, we do have the Popess coming out again, but in the upright with the Advisor. This does feel like a friend here. Like, hey, I get your concerns, but you have to listen to your heart. You have to listen to your intuition here and not what people are saying. So they do have a wise ear or wise words in their ears right now. But they're just scared from their past. So don't hold this against them. Like, that's something that Source wants to say here. Don't hold this against them because of their fears. Like, we all deal with those fears and having to really overcome them and realize that each situation is its own unique situation. But sometimes when we've experienced a lot of hurt in a certain area, it's hard for us as humans to not group everybody into that. And that's what they're fighting right now. They're really fighting that, and they're really trying to deal with that. And so there's somebody in their ear that's really helping them to go within and be in the present moment and to really do that reflective work and that integration of what it is that they've learned up until now. So it's like they really do want to manifest you in their life. Then they have to come to terms with some things that are going on with them. Let's get some oracle out on it. Source, what else can you tell us about this? Yeah, trying to find stillness. We have lake stillness flipping over. So they really are trying to go in and learn about why it is they feel this way, or what it is that caused this, or why it is that maybe they're listening to someone who has words to say about you, right? It's like they're really trying to figure that out right now. They're really trying to figure that out. So they're really telling this friend, whoa, look, these two both flew out. We have tarantula with connection. Okay, with number 13. So someone is trying to hold them back. And then we have dog and companionship with number 41, right? And so it's like, this is what they're afraid of. It's like they're trying to figure this out. They could be a Sagittarius as well. We do have that energy again with the bow here. But I feel like their friend is trying to tell them, don't compare all your connections together. And this is just that reconfirming what I was feeling. It's like they're saying, oh, well, I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of my past. I'm afraid of what I've gone through. And then they have someone in their ear over here telling them, like, hold on. And it is someone that they trust. This is someone they trust very, very deeply. And so it's like they can really be vulnerable with this person and share their deepest fears. And that's what they're telling their friend right now, is their deepest fears. They know that you like them. They like you too. But that's really bringing up a lot within them, right? Because this is a really loyal person. They're a very loyal person. So your crush is someone that's not going to do you dirty, and they just want to make sure that you're not going to do them dirty. And I think that's fair. I think if the tables were turned, you would want the same thing, right? So I feel like that's absolutely fair. It's not something to be upset about, right? It's just not, because they just want to make sure they're making the right move. We have actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions with number 49. And I've said this before, but every time this comes out, it always makes you think actions speak louder than words. And so that's what they're trying to sit back and see how you're acting. So you might notice that this person's spying on you from a distance, or looking at your social media, or whatever it is. And the reason they're doing that is because they're trying to make it make sense, okay? Like, because people are saying one thing, but that's not how you're acting. And so they're trying to put two and two together. They're like, okay, so, and they're really trying to weigh their options here. Okay, we have house 5 with passions, play, children, confidence, and creativity. This is also the house of dating. So this is something that they do want. They do want to date you. They want to have a connection with you, okay? Okay, let's get one of these. May I please have one of these for pile number 1, source? Is their crush telling their friends about them? Okay, you got 2, so we'll take it. Yeah, and then we have number 56 on the bottom with 11 is a very spiritual number. Make your dreams real, right? They're trying to weave this, but they're trying to get unstuck from the web. So there's something about spiders here that's very symbolic to both of your journeys. So it does feel like you are connected. It does feel like you both are trying to weave each other into your lives. But it's just like really learning what is going to matter the most on this journey as you move forward. Let me turn off the AC. Okay, let's grab these. And we'll get an angel message on it. Hey, please have an angel message. Okay, thank you. That was fast. All right. Let's see what these all are. So what do we have here? Yeah, look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize with number 11. So they're definitely in this place of really finding out what matters most to them and really understanding where they're at on the journey, okay? And so they're trying to tell their friend what their concerns are, and their friend is helping them find the strength to move on beyond the hurt and the pain from the past. Okay, we have number 41, and we had 41 here. So 41, 41, we have Nightingale spirit with love is all around, okay? So there's definitely this energy like they do love you, okay? And their friend sees that. Their friend is aware that they do care about you deeply, and so their friend is trying to encourage them in the best possible way to take a chance. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Excuse me. Bring a gentle touch with number 18. Yeah, so I feel like this is where you're at. You're bringing a gentle touch into their life, and they're aware of that, but they're also scared that it's a facade. And so they're just trying to find, this is the person that's trying to find cracks in the surface, and they're not finding them. And so once they soften to that, they're going to come forward. Okay. House 10, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Again, pointing towards this person it feels like they just recently rose up. It feels like they just had a success that came through. And that's what their biggest fear is that people only like them for what they have and not who they are. And they want to be seen for who they are. Okay, and that's what they're telling this friend. They just want to be seen for who they are. We have instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit with cardinal energy, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries energy coming through here. So it does feel like they are going to take a step. Okay, it does feel like they are going to take a step. I do feel like this friend is just kind of like, hey, you should try it. You should try it. I've heard good things about pile 1, or I see pile 1 and I see how you are with pile 1. It's worth taking a chance. It's worth just, sometimes you never know what life is going to bring you, but I feel like this is somebody that's worth taking a chance on. Okay. And then we have Maya with schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Yeah, so they're being guided by their angels right now. And I feel like this friend of theirs is also like an earth angel for them, someone that they can confide in and trust. And they're helping them. They're really helping them with what's going on. And I feel like that's something that they've been guided to do. Let's get some yin-yang oracles out on it. Yeah, they're very guarded right now against being vulnerable, being open. What else, Source? Yeah, they're going to take this. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. They are going to take a leap eventually. Okay. See, look, they're getting assistance. This is like something that's being assisted by so many people. It's like they're scared though. So we have guarded and vulnerability. Like they're scared of being seen, but they want to be seen. But it's still scary, right? It's still scary because it's like, oh my gosh, like what if they don't like what they see? But they do want to be seen. And they're realizing that if I don't take this leap, I'm going to lose an opportunity here. And we have Uranus energy. Again, that radical change. Something's going to change here for them, right? Something is going to change here. Yeah, and we have ego with vanity and pride. They're overcoming the emotional ego here, okay? Realizing there's something here. Realizing there's something going on here. And this is a part of the North Node, cosmic purpose. Yeah, so this is meant to be on your life. They're meant to be a part of your life. You're meant to be a part of their life. Right now they're learning, look at this. They're learning how to nurture themselves with compassion from what they've been through. And they're learning from the assistance of their guides. So definitely being guided on this journey. Like very powerful energy coming in here. So let's take a look at your oracle card. Well, it's actually the talisman card. So we'll take a look at it and I'll read it from the book. We have growth of energy, and look with these little eggs, a new beginning, right? So much energy. Let's see here. Let me bring it up. Okay, here's the insignia. If you'd like to pause that and draw that so you could carry it with you. Let me... It says, can you see that? You've been very productive and organized, trying to prepare for the next step in life. Your creativity is flowing. You've built a nest and you look at your potential. The future no longer seems frightening. Everything is in its place and you are growing. The energy for a big new project. The 6 petals and the seed of life signify that a blessing is on your path and you have to take care and nurture your ideas to see them come to life. The newfound energy is bubbling up and your excitement is lighting up the room. Don't be surprised if people compliment your looks because of your radiant spirit. This card could also mean pregnancy or childbirth. That's interesting. I'm ready for this new adventure. Yeah, so I feel like they're just gaining the courage to come forward right now. There's definitely a sense of a new adventure in the horizon, taking a leap of faith, you know, knowing what they want and going towards that, right? Not letting people say things about what's going on or put negativity in their ear, like just really going towards what they want here. So they are growing. There's a lot going on. They're healing from a lot. They're healing from people who've taken advantage of them. And it's like, that's why it's been taking so long, but they are telling their friend that they do care about you. They were just sharing their fears, honestly, in regards to how they feel about you. It's not in you, in regards to you personally. It's just really how they feel about you is triggering these fears within them. Okay, but really overall, very positive energy. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little egg emoji down below and say, call in my growth of energy, to let source know you're calling in this higher energy, this higher type of vibration. Leave me a thumbs up, but I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this amazing message. And until next time, pile one, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful tiger's eye, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be your reading on what does your crush tell their friend about you. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box down below where you will find the links necessary. You can email me for a personal reading where we'll get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I hope to see you there. And let's see. Oh, your affirmation card, because I forgot to do this in the intro, is I am constantly growing and evolving into a better version of myself. So make sure you write that down and have that somewhere where you can tell that to yourself all day today. Make yourself feel good. And I did have a channeled message that Cancerian energy is very important here. So whether your person, your crush is a Cancer or has Cancerian energy highly aspect in their chart, or if that's you having Cancer energy highly aspect in your chart, or being a Cancer yourself. Also this idea of being connected to a very loving, kind, soft-hearted person. Okay, that's something that's coming through. Someone that is just very beautiful in general. Okay, so we're going to use the dice today to kind of get some energy on your crush so that you know that this is your reading. And then we'll get more information with the tarot cards. So let's go ahead and start. So source, what can you tell us about pile number 2's crush so that they know that this is their pile? Can you tell us about pile number 2's crush, source? Can you tell us about pile number 2's crush? Okay, so we have Neptune, 3rd house, and Virgo energy. Yeah. Okay, so we could be dealing with a twin. We don't have to be, but we could be dealing with a twin flame. They definitely do have family. Someone that's a sibling, has like friends from childhood that they've grown up with, that they trust, that they've been around. So it's just always good when we're doing these readings because they know they're going to have friends that they're going to talk to. This is someone who is very grounded, but also very spiritual in a sense. They're very intuitive. I think it's more than being spiritual. This is just someone who's very intuitive, right? And that was definitely an energy that I was getting as well before I even started your reading. Okay, they definitely like to communicate. They are someone who's very involved in the community, is what it feels like here with the 3rd house next to the Virgo energy. Okay, very modest, humble, generous, logical. They're very detail-oriented, responsible, organized, clean. They do like their solitude. They like being alone. So someone who's very rational, curious. They like to write, have their routines. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Whoa. That was all of a sudden. Okay. They're very environmentally conscious and they're very helpful and they like to be of service. Okay. Someone can be obsessive. They can be a bit of a perfectionist. But overall, they're just a generally beautiful energy. Very nice person. Very kind and compassionate person. Okay, this is someone who's very intuitive, mystical. They're very imaginative. This is someone who receives a lot of psychic downloads and inspiration, and they follow that without questioning it. They're usually very vulnerable. They could be into music. They always they like to reminisce about everything in their life. Everything, okay? They could be into photography. They could be spiritual, but with this particular energy that's coming in, I'm getting more like they trust their intuition, their gut feeling, than they trust spirituality, but they could be someone who is very spiritual, okay? But overall, just a very grounded energy, a very peaceful energy is what it feels like. Someone who does like their inner peace, who does like peace all around, doesn't just try to argue for the sake of arguing, as some people do. So let's go ahead and get some energy on it and find out what they tell their friends about you, Pile 1. So Source, what does Pile 1's crush tell their friends about them? What is Pile 1's crush saying about them to their friends? What is Pile 1's crush telling their friends about Pile number 1? Source, thank you. What is Pile 1's crush telling their friends about Pile number 1? Source. What is Pile 1's crush saying to their friends about Pile number 1? Thank you, Source. Okay. What is Pile 1's crush telling their friends about Pile number 1? Okay, thank you. Okay, what is Pile 1's crush telling their friends about Pile number 1? Source. Thank you. Okay, what is Pile 1's crush telling their friends about Pile number 1? Okay. Interesting. Okay. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? Okay, we have the Three of Cups, also the Devil in reverse, and the Death or the Nameless card in reverse. Oof. They're wondering if you're dealing with some internal issues like they are. Like, that's what they're telling their friends. Like, they think that maybe you're dealing with some heartbreak issues like they are. Like, maybe that you've been through some difficult situations in the past. Yeah. Very intuitive. So they're very much feeling your energy. Okay, I get this. So they've reached out with their psychic abilities. Okay, their intuition. They do, like I said, this is someone who trusts their intuition. They just trust their intuition. And so they're reaching out with their intuition and they're feeling into your energy. And so they're telling their friends that they feel like you're someone who's surrounded by a lot of negativity, that you're someone who is also very intuitive, and that they would really like to come together with, that they would really like to build with, but that right now they feel like you're in the process of overcoming and saving yourself from a very difficult position or situation. So maybe you've told them about this situation, maybe you haven't, but they do feel like you're experiencing difficulties right now, whether that's with family or parents, right? This could be the parent card, because this talks about when it's in the upright, this could be a pregnancy, okay? Two of Cups becoming the Three of Cups, pregnancy. But this could also talk about, in the reverse, childhood neglect. And so they're saying that they're telling their friends that they feel like you're dealing with a very deep wound here, that you're dealing with childhood neglect, that you were not loved the way that you needed to be loved, and that you're letting go of a situation that's been weighing on you where someone wanted you to have them on a pedestal and wanted you to worship them, or wanted you to really put forth a lot of energy for them and hold that over your head. This is something that has left you catatonic. And so they're really talking about this with their friends, how they feel like you're really brave to overcome this. Like, you're really brave to take this on, and they think that you're so strong and that you're going to persevere no matter what. And that you inspire them to also overcome a lot of negative energy in their own life. But I feel like they are constantly reaching out to you. Like, they're constantly reaching out with their intuition. Like, what is Pile 2 experiencing? What is Pile 2 going through? And they're realizing the connection that they hold with you is very sacred. Okay, it's like very beautiful in nature, and it's something that they've never had with anyone else, where they could just kind of know exactly what it is that you're experiencing without actually having talked to you. And maybe when they do talk to you, it's almost like you kind of confirm their beliefs for them. It's like, oh yeah, I did feel that. Like, oh yeah, I did get a sense of that. And that's what they're telling their friends. Like, they want to see you overcome this, because when you overcome this, like, you really do inspire them. And they feel like you're somebody that they can build a life with, like, that they can build a lot with. Not just a life, but like business and finances and whatever is good in life, whatever you want to build. Like, they feel like you're the person to build it with, and that's going to really be able to catapult upon you healing this in your life. Like, this is the only thing that feels like it's holding you both back, right? And so they could be dealing with this as well. They could be dealing with something that they're healing from as well, but I feel like they're just reaching out. This is someone who's very grounded in their sense, and so it would make sense if this is a twin, that they would feel everything that you're feeling, and you would feel everything that they're feeling. So there might be days when all of a sudden you're really sad or disconnected or disoriented, and you're not even sure why, because you were having an overall good day. It's because you're feeling their energy, right? And they're feeling your energy right now. They're feeling how you're struggling with something very deep, and so there's somebody that they trust that they're telling this to. Or there's, like, again, this could be a sibling, this could be friends from childhood that they trust that they're telling this to. And they're telling them how they do want to build with you. Like, they really want to connect with you in a beautiful way. They feel like you two are connected. They swear they hear your voice, and they think that you hear theirs too. So they definitely do have this telepathy with you. Okay, and that you guys connect with each other. What else, source? What are they telling their friends about pile number 2, source? What else are they telling their friends about pile number 2? What else are they telling their friends about pile number 2? Okay. What else are they telling their friends about pile number 2, source? Thank you. Okay. So we have the 6 of mirrors, or the 6 of swords with a silver lining. So 6 and 6 coming out together. We have the 10 of coins with hometowns. Yeah, this is something that's very close to heart. So we had the 7 of coins with for the right reasons. It did come out in the reverse, and I feel like that's the thing. I feel like they want to make sure that this is for the right reasons and that you're healing this for the right reasons. But they know in their heart that you are. Look, we have the Ace of Cups with first kiss. They're telling their friends about how they really want to get together with you because of how strong you are. Just like they really like your character. They really like your personality. They really like how you show up to solve really difficult problems in your life. Like, you're always trying to be a better version of yourself. And it's something that they feel like they could build a home with you and have complete abundance with. But they do see you, again, building off of this broken heart. Like, look at these little drops of water. They look like little sad teardrops, right? It's like they realize that you're healing something right now. And so they realize that through that healing, though, that together you will be able to build a beautiful home together, a beautiful life, have a happy family, right? That's the reason that they want to get together with you, is for a happy family. Now, this is so weird, but we have the Knight of Swords on the bottom, and I believe we saw the Knight of Swords coming out over here. Yeah, right there. The Knight of Swords talks about saving yourself, and they realize this is something that you have to do alone, okay? And they're telling their friends that they wish that they could interfere, but they know that you have to do it alone. But we do have the Knight of Mirrors. It's talking about meathead. This is just such a funny card, right? But it's like, they see you dealing with somebody that is very off-putting. Yeah, 2 on 1. We have the 2 of mirrors, 2 on 1. It's like somebody that's fighting you constantly, fighting for who knows, whatever the situation is. But you're already moving on to the next destination, right? With the 3 of roses here, you're moving away from that. That's not something that you're involved in anymore. Like, you made your decision. You're like, look, this is not a part of my life. I'm getting out of this. And so they realize that together you're both going to have this quality time and this equal give and take with each other. We have the 6 of coins here. So we have the 6 of coins, the 6 of mirrors, and the 6 of 8 of wands all coming out together. So 666 is a very important number for your connection. Talking about balance. What is being shown here? The 9 of mirrors, blindsided. Yeah, again, this is what you're healing. Someone just really, like, took you for a surprise. Like, they just really came at you in a very odd way, and they're realizing that, and they're aware of that. And so I feel like You know, like if this is a connection that you're in that's ending, or if you're dealing with a family situation or whatever it is that you've got going on, it's like maybe you've talked to them about it. Maybe you've explained to them what's going on and they're just wishing the best for you. But it's like they also can feel your energy constantly. It's like they're feeling out and they're like, "Oh my gosh, okay. Pile 2 is really going through it today. Like, I know they have to save themselves, but it just feels like they're outnumbered. And I don't want them to be outnumbered, right? I want them to grow out of this." And then they're like, "But I do know that they're leaving. I know that they're getting away from this situation. I know that they're moving on. But it's just scary. You know, like I want to be there for them. I want to be the one that's a strength in their life." But they're also telling their friends about how you're giving them strength. Like you're giving them strength and inspiration to do what's good in their own life. And so it's only for you defeating these demons or these situations on your own that they know that you're both going to be able to overcome it. So going with the flow, let go and flow. Like that's the thing. They had to let go and flow. They have to let it come to fruition. They have to let it happen the way it's meant to happen. They're telling their friends how kind you are, how amazing you are, and how bountiful you are when it comes to your love you give to others freely. It's like, and you see their darkest parts of them, and you still haven't judged them on that, right? And that's something that makes them feel good about this connection. So they do keep an eye on you. Yeah, does this make sense? Like the watcher coming out here with the snow leopard, like definitely constantly have an eye on you. Like what is going on with pile 2? Like where are they at today? What are they going through? What are they feeling? What's happening? Like how can I help them? And that's just something that they do. So we have number 44. This is a master number coming through. Get to know each other. Learn to meet another's needs for love. Yeah, so they definitely are trying to figure out what makes you happy, what makes you smile. Like they're paying attention to you in all ways, okay? They really do care about you. And they tell their friends that. I feel like they also ask their friends for help. Okay, so Virgo energy is very important here too. We have Virgo coming out twice. We have integrity, reverence, and service. To somebody who has a lot of integrity. Again, they like to be of service, and they like to, I feel like they revel in your energy. Like they're just like, oh, pile 2 is my person. The moon, we have satisfy emotional needs, nurturing self and others. Yeah. And it's just because you're so nurturing and beautiful. I feel like you have this very deep sense of beauty about you. Also Cancerian energy again. So they do want to build a home with you. Like that's the one thing that keeps coming through here. May I please have some more oracle cards here, source? Okay, one more. Okay, thank you. Magic works through you. Scarab, beetle, spirit, 52. Yeah, they see magic with you. Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? Don't remember the rest of the words, but magic. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we do have Ant Spirit on the bottom. Time to collaborate. Yeah, so there's going to be something that falls into place for them to come forward and tell you about how they feel, about what's going on. But right now, I feel like they are telling their friends and who they trust, like that they see you going through it. They see you. They're very aware of your energy right now. Yeah, the dualistic energy. Without lightning, there is no thunder, right? Without good, there is no bad. Like they realize that you had to go through the bad in order for you to find the flower of who you were, the beauty in who you were. And that's something that they know that they're going to get to enjoy, is that beautiful energy. And so it's like, as much as they want to be there helping you get through it and to save you from it, they realize that they can't. They realize that that would also rob them of the sense of seeing the truth of who you are. We have number 25. So we have 52 and 25 coming out. We have romance. Lavish the one you love with personal affection and attention. So they are definitely going to come through and tell you how they feel. You may see a lot of mirroring numbers, and this is oftentimes when this person is thinking about you. But they are very aware of the situation, and they do want to lavish you. They want to show you that you're lovable. They want to show you that they love you. So we have 63 here. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like they know that like you growing is a powerful part on this journey. And so they're going to let you grow from this. Even if it is hard. Of course we want people to come and save us, but if somebody comes and saves us from our own journey, we miss out on the valuable lessons, the things that we can learn. We have Rosetta here. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves teaching, helping, or parenting children. So you may have a family together with this person eventually, but they are dreaming about that. I do feel like that's the thing that they see the most, though, is that you healing your inner child here is actually helping you to connect with children on a very deep level. It says, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility to and a smoother road ahead with Shanti. Yeah, so there's definitely smooth roads ahead for you. I do feel like things are changing for you. I know it seems like it's like, well, but this was about what they were talking about. Yeah, but they're so tuned into your energy. Like, that's the thing. This person is very in tune with your energy, and that's what they're telling their friends about, is like, you've been through it. I don't think they're telling intimate details about what you're going through, but I feel like what they're telling their friends is like, you've been through it, and that you inspire them by how strong you are and how you're still kind through all the hardships. Okay, let's get some yin yang cards on it, Source. What else would you like to say here? So maybe there's like a controlling situation that has happened. Wow, okay. That went flying. What else would you like to say in regards to this? Maybe you're dealing with someone who's very controlling. Like, again, that energy of like wanting to be put on a pedestal. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we have changes. Yeah, courage, like you're changing. Something is, but how courageous you are, that's something that they talk about. And that you're in your North Node, your cosmic purpose. Yeah, you're definitely living the journey. Okay, look, this is, so these are the two that flipped over. We have Mercury, messages, travel, and communication. Virgo's connected to Mercury. So there's definitely some sense of travel again with next destination coming out over here. It seems like you're about to travel to a new life, like a new chapter. You're about to leave behind something that's old, and that's when they're going to reach out to you. Okay? And then, look, we have spy, watching, and inspecting. Again, they're very aware of where you're at. We had that here. Right? They're watching you. Okay, what do we got going on here? Let's see what's going on. So they may know what's happening with this person or with the situation. They may know details that you didn't know that they knew. Okay? Yeah, like control tactics. So I was saying, it felt like somebody was very controlling here. It feels like you're dealing with somebody that's very controlling or very overwhelming, like just wants your energy all the time. And it's like you're dealing with that. You're healing from that. And through that, you're learning a new strength, right? You're becoming your own savior. Like, regardless of what this says, this really, the Knight of Swords talks about being your own damn hero. Yeah, finding stability, harmony, and flow. Ebbing and flowing. Like, I cannot make this up. Look, underneath that was strength. Mountain. Yeah, so definitely finding your flow in life. And they see that, and that's what they tell their friends. It's like, oh, I see pile one finding their flow. They're finding stability, and they just, I feel like the main thing they tell their friends is how much you inspire them. I feel like their friends are tired of hearing about how much you inspire them, but they can't help but talk about it. Yeah, they feel like this is what you're overcoming is lack and doubts. Doubts that things are not good, you know, like hiding yourself because of people who are trying to control you in life. And they feel like you are someone that shows them that it doesn't matter where you're at, that there's always something that's beautiful that can be seen. Okay, we're going to check out your talisman and see what this is. And I'm going to show you the insignia, and you can definitely pause it and copy it as well. So we have, look, good fortune. Wow. So there's a lot of good luck here. All right. Good luck. Look, I turned right to good luck. It says good luck, and good fortune's right behind that. So here we have the insignia. You can pause that and copy it and carry it around with you. Look, I cannot make this up. It says in ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle was a symbol of good fortune. And we got the scarab spirit. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at these synchronicities. Look at this. I love this. Okay. Already, this is amazing. It says, in ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle was a symbol of good fortune, rebirth, and protection from jealousy. This card indicates prosperity and long-term success. It could also mean a miracle or a blessing. This, however, is not a passive fortune. Now is a time to formulate new ideas about your path, the path you want to follow. Decide what you are interested in and take action, because luck is on your side. This card can ease the hard work that needs to be done to get you to the finish line, but it's up to you to see yourself through. Exactly what I was saying. Like, they know that you have to do this, right? They know that you have to go through it. You will resurrect your power when you encounter obstacles on your way, but you need to stay focused on your goals. Don't forget to celebrate your success. It says, I attract good fortune. That's exactly what I was feeling like. They know that you have to overcome this. You have to do it. But look at this synchronicity. You got the scarab beetle twice. This is a scarab beetle, and that's a scarab beetle here on this reading, just showing this. That's so powerful. Oh my gosh, I love that. So they're just so amazed by you. They're inspired by you. They tell their friends how inspired they are of you. Like, this is someone who just reaches out with their intuition, and they are very connected to you. They know what's going on. And they do want to give you a hug. Like, that's something that's coming through right now very strongly. They wanted me to say, it was like, they do want to give you a hug. They wish they could be there helping you, but they know that there's power and fortune coming from you doing what you're supposed to do. This is something that you have to do on your own. This is something you have to do and find the courage. You see how she's by herself on these train tracks. That's what it feels like. And so they definitely see that there's something that you're overcoming here, no matter how much they want to rush in and save you. So instead, they're watching, and they're gaining inspiration from watching you. I love this. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little lightning bolt down below and say, I am calling in my good fortune. So you let source know that you're calling in that higher vibration. I feel like they're going to come once you find a balance with your life and the fortune comes to you. Like, you're just going to be very balanced and in this stable place. And I feel like that's when they're going to come in for you and with you. But with that being said, leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, Pile 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful garnet, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on what does your crush tell their friends about you. Keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading where I will get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. I ask that you keep an open mind on these. We are connecting with another person's energy. So remember, this does not mean that this is who you are. It's just what they're telling their friends, how they're feeling. This is usually indicative of where they are emotionally on their own journey. All right, so I'm going to use the dice to connect with their energy to get an idea of your crush so that you know that this is the reading for you. And then we will go ahead and get the tarot cards for some more information. Okay, so source for pile number 3, what can you tell us about their crush so that they know that this is their pile? Source, what can you tell us about pile 3's crush so that they know that this is their pile? What can you tell us about pile number 3's crush so that they know that this is their pile? So we have Neptune, the 5th house, and Capricorn energy. This is, your crush is someone who's fun, who's outgoing, who's charming, who's flirty, who's like the joy in the room, very spirited, but also very grounded. It's interesting, right? We have a lot of conflicting energies here, but in a good way, right? Very driven, very responsible, shows up and does what's necessary, doesn't let people get them down. Oh, and I forgot to say while I'm thinking about it, your affirmation card is, I am constantly growing and evolving into a better version of myself. Forgot to mention this. So yeah, that's your affirmation card. Let me get that set back up. But yeah, they're just a very strong individual. This is somebody that a lot of people like, right? A lot of people are drawn to your crush. They are very outgoing. They're very self-expressive. They have a lot of hobbies and interests. This is someone who maybe they date a lot, or maybe it seems like they date a lot, but they're a very creative individual, right? While at the same time being very masculine, right? In this Capricorn energy, a very masculine energy, very business oriented, can be very authoritative, can be stable, is very secure, is very intelligent, is a master of what they do, very patient, persistent, responsible, strategic, determined, hardworking, disciplined. I mean, so many things here. Just the father of the zodiac is the Capricorn energy. They just like having that responsibility and that weight on their shoulders. Sometimes, though, they can be rigid and cynical or very afraid of what's going on. They may be someone who tends towards controlling outcomes when it comes to work. That's what's coming through here. It's like they do like to be in control. So it's not like they're a controlling person. It's just like when it comes to their job and their money, they like to be in control. But other than that, this person's very mystical, very intuitive, very imaginative. They can be very psychic here. Okay, very inspirational. This is someone who likes to be vulnerable. They're very interested in music and photography. They can be very spiritual as well. So I'm saying like they have a lot of conflicting energies, but it's almost like very fluid, like who they are. They're just kind of very, this is who I am, and I go with the flow. They seem very authentic to their journey and who they are. It's like while they might want to control their business, they could be a boss or a CEO as well. And because of that, that's why they like to be in control, because they need to make sure that they're taking care of their employees, make sure that people are taken care of. It's like that's that sense of control. I don't want to lose control because I don't want people to be let down. It's not like I'm going to control you because I'm a controlling person. That's not what this feels like. It just feels like if I lose control, I'm going to let people down. And so they're always doing their best to make sure that things are very stable and secure. Now let's get the tarot and find out what it is that they tell their friends about you. So Source, what does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile 3? What does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3, Source? What does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile 3? Okay, thank you. What does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3? Okay, what does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3? Excuse me. What does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3? Alright, so let's see what comes out. So what does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3, Source? Alright, thank you. Okay, what does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3, Source? Okay, thank you. What does Pile 3's crush tell their friends about Pile number 3, Source? Okay, thank you. Oh, sometimes you're cold. Are you playing hard to get? Like, that's the energy that's coming in here. That you're playing hard to get. So sometimes you're cold, but that they do care about you. Yeah. Oh my goodness, they really do care about you. But they're afraid. This is interesting because this is similar. It's not the same. This is a similar message to another pile. They're afraid, though, that because of the position that they hold, they're a leader, right? So they have some sort of leadership position. They're afraid that there's a red flag, that the only reason that you may like them is because of their wealth, okay? Because of the position that they hold in life. And they feel like that might be a red flag that's coming out, but they're not sure because they actually really do care about you a lot. And so you could be playing hard to get and kind of sending mixed signals. Okay, so we have the 8 of Coins in the reverse. And the King of Wands in the upright. Yeah, so they're telling their friends that, like, you may be someone who conforms to what society thinks. Like sometimes you're very conventional in a sense. And it's like, whereas they don't mind conventional, but it could be just from this Queen of Swords in the reverse, that you're very protective of yourself. And so sometimes you do play this sense of hard to get. And so they may have come on very strong at one point. And if they haven't, they've been thinking about it. They've been thinking about being very confident and collected and like offering you maybe like a dance with no pants type thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like this energy of like, oh, let's boink and let's see where it goes. And so, but I feel like they realize that if they come towards you that way, that you're just going to continue playing this hard to get, and they'll never get what it is that they want with you. And so they're telling their friends how much they care about you, but they're also kind of leery because they're afraid that you're conforming to society and seeing the fact that they have deep pockets or that they have a status, and that maybe you're trying to use them as a springboard. So it's something that they're fearful of. Okay, like this is a fear that's coming out. It does feel like that. So they're telling their friends about that. They see you as someone who's confident, though, and someone who's well-centered and very outgoing and free. And they like that. But they also feel like maybe that's a mask that's hiding under the surface energy of where you might be someone who is just there for an ulterior motive. But they can't, again, they cannot help the fact that they really do care about you. They really do like you too. So the crush is more than a crush. It's actual mutual energy here. And so they're trying to figure out. See, they feel like you have your back turned to them. Like you're not willing to really talk to them about this right now, or really kind of like talk to them on a deeper level. Or that maybe there's this energy of that you're being afraid of them because you're afraid all they want is just like a one-night stand. And that's not what they want at all. Like they do want something more, but they feel like they can't approach you right now because I keep getting that I'm playing hard to get. And it's like they don't really want to play the games with you. They just want honesty. They want to be upfront with you. But they've been with other women or other men who have, played hard to get, and it's been a red flag for them because they did it so that they would chase them. And then in the end, all they wanted was what they have materially to offer and not for who they are. And so they have a hard time deciphering what's good for them. And so they're telling their friends that they're just afraid of this energy. They're afraid because they really like you a lot. And it's interesting because when I shuffled this, the Queen of Swords came out on the bottom, and this is the biznatch card, right? So yeah, it's just like you're not giving to them the way that they expected you to, I suppose is the best way to put it. Why I say that, like why I say I suppose, is because it's not anything that they expected, but it's also everything that they expected because everybody in the past has treated them that way, right? And so it's like been cold towards them. And so now you're cold, but they see you as a nurturing person. They see you as someone who does care. But they're getting mixed signals because of this. Maybe you're trying to protect yourself in the situation. This could be like the flame just went out. Yeah. You're trying to protect yourself in this situation because maybe there's just like, it's like too open to be that vulnerable. Let's get some clarifiers here, Source. And please have some clarifiers for this energy. Let us know a little bit more about what's going on with Pile 3. What is Pile 3's crush telling their friends? All right, let's see what comes out. What is Pile 3's crush telling their friends about Pile 3? Okay, here we go. So we do have rejected here, right? They're really afraid of being rejected by you. Like, I feel like that's the thing, because they have this idea of happiness with you, with Fantasy Suites and the Nine of Cups here. It's like they have this idea of happiness with you, and that you're really someone that holds a key to their heart. And they're telling their friends that, like, I'm scared of rejection. And so I feel like them telling their friends that you're cold is them just projecting this fear of rejection, this fear of not having a mutually beneficial relationship, not having a really deep connection here. What's over here? We have, look, the cliffhanger, which is the hangman to be continued. Okay, so it's like they're in the process of seeing their perspective from outside of the box, right? And I feel like they are going to come towards you at one point, but right now they're having to deal with their own internal feelings. And so, yeah, they're saying, yes, that's correct. Okay. Hold on just a second. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're not seeing themselves clearly, okay? And they're struggling with that. And through that struggle, that they can't help but project on you. And it's not like they're doing it in a bad way. They're just being human right now. Like, they're being very human, but they feel the same way about you. And so it's something that they tell their friends is how they feel about you, but how scared they are to pursue something with you because of being in their mind. You have a swords card here. You have a swords card here, right? You have a swords card here. So it's something they're fearing in their mind. It's something that they're trying to play it over 100 times in their mind, but nothing really makes sense because they can't make sense of why they feel the way they do about you. Because you're different than everyone else, but some reason they feel like you're treating them like someone else did. We do have the Two of Roses here with the date card. So I do feel like they're going to come through and ask you for a date. Like, they're dealing with this, right? It's like facing this. And when they face that, they're going to say, hey, pile 3, would you like to go on a date with me? Right? And they may tell you what has happened in the past with shoulder to cry on and the 10 of Wands here. They may tell you what has happened in the past, but they want to be able to get through it. They want to be able to work through this, and they want to find their happiness with you, right? With the proposal and the 10 of Cups here. So they want to find that happiness. They want to be honest with the intellectual and the King of Swords. Yeah, they want to be really honest with you. But I do feel like they are going to come through and ask you on a date. They're going to ask you to meet up with them. And then they're going to realize having you outside of the situation that you're in, the setting that you're in. So this could be a work setting, right? But it could be a school setting. It could be any kind. It feels like a setting that's out and about, like where no one can really be. Like, there's a sense of professionalism that has to be maintained here. That's what it feels like. And so, and right now, it's like they're not seeing you outside of that professionalism, which makes you feel cold, even though they feel this for you. They feel really deeply for you. And that's what they're trying to figure out. And that's what they're telling their friends. Like, should I ask them on a date? I feel like their friends are like, try it, dude. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen is they're not going to be for you. Like, try it. For as much as you care about them, excuse me, for as much as you like them, you might as well just try it, right? So I feel like they are telling their friends that they're going to ask you out. They're just really, really in this place of, it's like, should I or shouldn't I? Like, like when you have the rose, yeah, movement, rover? I was going to say rover, okay. Red rover, send Molly over. So we have river movement here, right? So yeah, they're going to move forward with this. They're definitely going to coming out of the closet is what I heard here, yeah, because their instinct is telling them to. They're going to stop sitting in their head. Like, they're just really in their mind about this, about you. So they feel really deeply about you, and they're just really in their mind about you. Like, oh my gosh, what if? And they're realizing, like, what if is not helping them out at all. Yeah, that's a cycle, right? Being stuck in their mind is a cycle. It doesn't do anybody any good to stay stuck in our minds. Like, sometimes we just have to take action on a situation in order to overcome it. So what else, Source? What are they telling their friends? Okay, so to have faith. Right? Trust your faith in the situation. So we have 12 again with the perspective. Yeah, they're turning their perspective around. There's nothing that you need to do in this. They're really just turning their perspective around. They're realizing that it's not fair to judge you before they know you type energy, or really before they know the depth of who you are. And so they're trusting their faith in this situation. And then we have number 37 on the bottom with act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. And that's what they're doing right now, right? They're kind of in this place of transformation, and they're healing the darkness in their soul, and they're really accepting that, and that's helping them to really consider you as a part of their life, as a portion in their life, right? Can you please have some more oracle cards for pile 3? Okay, we want one more of that. One more. What was the other card you wanted? Thank you. So we have Neptune, dream and transcend. Yeah, Neptune energy twice here. They're trying to overcome the unknown, right? the unknown of what's out there. It's like Neptune's a very feely type planet. Like, you have to trust your intuition, and they are an intuitive person, and so it's like really leaning into that right now instead of their logic. Okay, yeah, so we have, look, I cannot make this stuff up. Number 55, the snake spirit, time to heal. Did I say that they're trying to heal this, and once they heal it, they're going to come forward, and we have the snake spirit coming out confirming that. I love that. I want one more of these for you, pile 3. Okay, thank you. Slow and steady wins the race with turtle spirit, number 8, right? Slow and steady. They're slowly but surely coming towards you. Okay, we are going to get some of these. Let me grab an angel message here. See what comes through. And please have an angel. Wow, that was fast. Thank you. We have. I can't. Have faith and hope, because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. Have faith. Have faith. I cannot make this up. I can't. That's amazing. You're the answer to their prayers. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. Yeah. That is so incredible. So amazing. Right here. The energy, like, they're just trying to trust themselves. They're trying to trust the feeling. One second. Let me get a drink. Thank you. Whew. Okay, yeah. We have fear, hyena. They're trying... Wow, excuse me. Sorry. They're trying to move away from their fear. I don't know why I got the hiccups all of a sudden. I haven't been eating anything. I'm just serious. Doing readings. But they're trying to move away from their fear. Literally. Too brief. Yeah, this is them dealing with their own fears. Look. House 5 again. Passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. Yeah. They're going to come into a very passionate connection with you. I feel like you guys might send each other messages through songs. We have Mars energy. Move forward. Again, movement and defend self. Yeah, they're defending themselves, and that's what's keeping them from moving forward. And once they realize that the defense is just a fear mechanism, right? It's a coping mechanism. They're going to come forward. And I feel like they're being encouraged by their friends to come forward. Number 57 was Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. This is what they're attempting to do right now, is believe in themselves. Because they believe in you, and they believe that you're a good match for each other. So let's go ahead and get some yin yang cards out on it, Source. What more can you tell us about pile 3's reading for these hiccups to go away, please? Okay, we have truth expression. What else would you like to say for this reading, Source? Okay, one more time. What else would you like to say, Source? What else would you like to say? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What else would you like to say? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have water with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So they could be that, or you could have that highly aspect in your chart. Let me get your cards organized here. Oh, these hiccups. I don't usually have the hiccups for that long. Usually it's just a few times. So we have truth and expression. So they're trying to find their truth here and to express that to you, right? They're trying to really express that to you. But we do have reflection and projections. Exactly what I was saying earlier. It's like they're projecting their own fears out right now. And so they're trying to deal with that. And then we have party and external. So this could be because of external sources that are making them really fear this, to really project this energy onto you. And I feel like that's something that they're facing. And they're telling their friends, and I feel like their friends are helping them understand this. If not, it's their friends that are are instigating this projection onto you. Okay, so autumn harvest here. We have the fall could be a very important time for you. But you're about to reap what you've sown. They're about to reap what they've sown. Yes. Spring and seeds, exactly. You planted seeds. They planted seeds and they're about to grow. This is what's been going on. They've been very closed off and guarded and resistant because of past situations, right? Because of their fears. They've been very closed off. But they're about to transcend this, this energy and come into a place of unity with their higher self. That's what's going to help them move forward as well. Letting this energy go, coming into a place of truth. And they're saying trust divine timing. So source is at work here with this connection for you, for them. It's just been a process. Like they're having to let go of certain beliefs and feelings that haven't served them along the way. And realizing that they trust how they feel, right? This is about trusting how they feel. They're a very intuitive person. But it's been a struggle for them. So let's go ahead and check out your talisman card. I'm going to show you the insignia and you can pause it, and copy it and carry that with you as a reminder. So we have change. Look, with the chameleon coming out. I love this. Change. So there's definitely a change coming, right? All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, these hiccups. I never get the hiccups for this long. And on your pile, why? All of a sudden, I get the hiccups. Okay, here's the insignia. Okay, you can pause it, screenshot it, and copy that down and carry it with you. And let's go ahead and read this. Make sure you can see the card here. Okay. It says, new experiences will bring excitement into your life. Into your life. You will be taking a risk or an unknown step forward, but listen to your intuition and follow the process of change. The chameleon feels no need to rush. The best opportunity lies ahead, waiting for you. Don't fear making mistakes because they present opportunities to grow and learn something new. Acknowledge that it's a time of progress and don't waste your energy fighting this move. The seed of life, isn't that funny? We have slow and steady, change, the seed of life, right? The seed of life behind the chameleon represents the unity of all aspects of life. This change will bring cumulative fulfillment. Be ready to embrace the unknown and enjoy the adventure ahead of you. Yeah, so there's definitely a change coming into this connection. Like, absolutely. Something is changing here, right? So many synchronicities in reading this, right? That unknown step. They're going to take it. They're going to follow that. We have the slow and steady. There's no need to rush, right? You planted the seeds and now you're going to reap what you've sown. Like they've planted seeds too and they're going to reap what they've sown. They're going to let go of all these old energies. And no longer is that going to be something that's holding them back. I do feel like there is an offer coming for you soon, pile 3. So keep an eye out for that. But this is what I see for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little clock down below and say, I welcome in my unified change. To let source know that you're calling in this higher vibration of energy. Leave me a thumbs up down below. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. And I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile 3, stay human. Bye.